Are you looking for the best portable blenders in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best portable blenders. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the NutriBullet Go. NutriBullet Go cordless blender is a nicely designed product that comes with a sipping lid, so after you blend you're not drinking from a blender jar. Unlike some with this feature, it comes with a protective cover for the blade to keep it from making a mess or cutting you. The blender did a credible job of blending fruit and greens for smoothies in a single 30-second cycle. As the NutriBullet holds a charge for close to 20 minutes, you can make lots of drinks before you have to plug it in. However, the manufacturer specifically warns against processing frozen fruit, nuts, or ice as well as using it outdoors, which limits the NutriBullet's usefulness. With this model, you get a well-written manual. You have to hand wash all of the parts. Moving on at number 4. We have the Otpeir Fresh Juice Personal Size Blender. If a small size is one of your top priorities, the Fresh Juice Personal Blender is worth your consideration. In our tests, it was able to tackle nuts, frozen fruits, and ice, creating thick, smooth textured drinks without any bits left behind. However, because the mouth of the jar is narrow, we had to cut fruit into small pieces and crush ice cubes to get them into the jar. When your smoothie is blended, you can drink from the blender or pour your drink into a glass. We found the design of the fresh juice with its loop handle attractive, but were disappointed in its ease of use. The narrow opening of the jar, while easy to drink from, made it difficult to fill, especially with protein powder and leafy greens. The jar also has no measurements. As the print in the manual is small, it's difficult to read. You need to wash all of the parts by hand, and this blender gets a little messier than others because of the way the jar slips over the base. A cable with a magnetic charging base comes with the machine, which makes it very convenient to charge when you have a place to set the base down, but could be inconvenient in the car. It also means you can't use a generic USB cable. The blender base and the jar lid are available in black, white, pink, and yellow. At number 3, we have the BlenderX Cordless Portable Blender. BlenderX is the Cadillac of portable blenders. It's by far the most expensive as well as the largest and heaviest. As it also has the biggest capacity, you can definitely make slushies or frozen mojitos to share. While it's powerful enough to crush ice and blend nuts, on some tests we found a few small pieces left unprocessed. We found it tricky to screw the blending blade onto the jar and to position the jar on the base. The jar has to be placed in an exact position and then turned, and it often took multiple tries to get it right. To operate the BlenderX, you press the button for as long as you want to keep blending. While it takes less than a minute to mix a drink, it can be a tad tedious to keep your finger on the switch the entire time. It does give you a lot of control if you want to pulse when you're making something like pesto that you don't want to have a totally smooth texture. In our lab tests, this was the noisiest model we tested. After blending, you remove the lid with the blade and replace it with a drinking lid for a pleasant sipping experience. A dome-shaped lid is included to cover the blade when the unit isn't running and protect yourself from accidental nicks. Only the travel and blade lids can be placed in the dishwasher, which is minimally convenient. This blender comes with its own charger and you can't substitute a USB cable. When power runs low, you have to plug it into an electrical outlet, which can limit its usefulness when you're on the road. With the BlenderX, you get a substantial vinyl carrying case. At number 2, we have the PopBabies Portable Blender. Considering its low price, the PopBabies Portable Blender is surprisingly effective at blending. Along with it, you get an ice tray for making mini ice cubes. When we used these cubes and frozen fruit cut into small pieces, it created a thick, frosty smoothie and cocktail. It also pulverized the almonds in our protein shake into smithereens. After blending, the jar comes off the base so you don't feel like you're sipping from a blender, although the blade remains in the bottom of the jar. On top of the lid, there's a handle that's easy to grasp. Our testing found it can run without being recharged for about 10 minutes, which should be enough to blend at least 10 smoothies. The mouth of the jar is narrow, making it pleasant to drink from but difficult to fill. A funnel is included to help you add ingredients like protein powder. There are very clearly marked measurements on the jar in both milliliters and ounces. All of the pieces, except for the base, can be safely placed in the dishwasher. PopBabies comes in a variety of colors. And finally, at number 1, we have the Cuisinart EvolutionX RPB 100. The Cuisinart EvolutionX cordless compact blender is more substantial and a bit pricier than others we tested. It comes in sleek packaging that makes it seem like a luxury product. As you would expect, it's powerful. It quickly and easily blended everything from a basic fruit and yogurt smoothie to a piña colada, made with full-size ice cubes, into thick, smooth beverages, free of bits of ice or fruit. Unlike others we tested, the EvolutionX doesn't have a timed cycle. When you turn it on, it keeps running until you stop it, so you need to eyeball your mixture and stop the blender when it looks like everything is thoroughly blended. If you're making guacamole or chopping walnuts, you can pulse the blender by pressing the button on and off. After you finish blending, you remove the jar from the base and replace the blending blade with a non-spill travel lid so that you can enjoy your drink on the go without feeling like you're drinking out of a blender jar. The EvolutionX can blend for 22 minutes without losing power. As it takes about a minute to whiz a single drink, you can make a whole lot of smoothies or daiquiris on a single charge. At about 2.5 pounds and over 13 inches high, this model may be better suited for use in the backyard or at a tailgate party than after a spin class or on a hike. All of the pieces except the base can be placed in the top rack of the dishwasher. A charger is included as well as a very thorough manual with easy-to-understand instructions and a selection of enticing recipes. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.